Good afternoon, everyone. Today I have a Sanbao haul and a fun project for us to do. So I had this idea after I pulled this out of the kiln last time. I sort of loved this quilt technique with the underglaze transfers. And as soon as I did this, I was like, oh, I need more transfers. I need like all the transfers. So I went through and I bought all the transfers that I felt were kind of like fabric patterns that had that sort of fabric feel to me. Um, I know a lot of you too have sort of crossover hobbies. I'm definitely that person. So what I did was I went online and I looked up some quilt templates. Here's one. And I'm looking for ones that would work on sort of a circular plate because I wasn't going to build something slab. So I picked out these two and literally just Google image search, quilt templates, printed them out on something that I hope will fit on. I have these plastic wrapped. I'm hoping for these to be a little bit drier than leather hard, but not completely bone dry for this. So, okay, so let's see what's in this haul. Okay, so these must be the free ones that they sent me. So that's cool. Ooh. So here is the white ghosts. That could be kind of cute on something. I already have this one. I love this one. That's the birch trees with the blue and the red birds. So some of these are smaller than I thought. I probably should have gotten a bigger size of that, although that's pretty. Uh, red and white flower, red and green flowers. I've had that before. Ooh, this is a new one. I like that one. The green and red. And these are all Sanbao. I got blue fish. I liked the blue and red color scheme on this, but I also wanted to try something that was maybe yellow green or something like that. So I got lemons. Random flower one, random flower two. Oh, these are really pretty. This one looks nice. Okay. How many of these did I buy? Oh. You can see that I was having an add to cart moment here. Okay. Ooh. That one's pretty. It's like the mandala. Very summery. Yes, here is an example of the entire Sanbao current catalog on Etsy. Green paisley. Blue. And then these must be the ones that I felt very strongly about since they are large. Okay. So what did I end up with? I got hmm. So my mother loves buying fabric and she's always been a fabric hoarder, and I feel like this is almost like the same sort of thing of like, ooh. Oh, this is pretty too. Oh, it's bluebirds. Okay. I don't even remember what I've purchased here. This is hilarious. This is a lot of underglaze transfers, is what this is. Okay. Ooh, this one's fun. Okay. And the final one was this one, which is kind of like a wave pattern. I actually really like the wave one. I don't know that it matches with any of the floral designs, but I really like the wave one by itself. Like I might want to get more of that. Um, okay, so that's a lot of tissue transfers. So I think on the first one, we're going to try the complicated one first. I'm going to try this red one, the crazy one, and then I think I'm going to do the blue as these pieces here. I feel like this is already so fun. I love everything about this project. This project is like, it doesn't require like strength. I'm not like at my wheel. Yeah, it's just like a fun project. Okay, so I said the blue ones were going to be the accent pieces. And so probably if I had my like quilting tools from whatever bin those are in, this would be even easier because you could use your little roller mat. You could have that. Okay, so this will be our centerpiece. And I'm not going to be exact with this. I don't want to be like overly critical. We're gonna see what happens. Okay, so we need 4 of this diamond shape. And I feel like using these like tissue transfers as smaller pieces and sort of mixing and matching, then you can actually use your scraps, because every time I've done like a tissue transfer cup, I always have like little pieces like this left over and I'm like, oh, what could I do with that? But I feel like in doing it this way, then you have a lot more ability to kind of like to use up the full amount of what you've bought and not be like wasting. Quilters have a really amazing skill for figuring out what fabrics will look together good together, because it's really, in a lot of ways, the pattern on the fabric is somewhat clashing against each other, but when you pull it together with sort of the color palette and the shape and the overall, like, you can really just like make some combos work well together that I wouldn't necessarily think of. My mom was doing a quilt and it was like one of those tie quilts. I don't know if you've seen that, where you use old neckties and you do that big circle with the different neckties sort of applique on. It was really awesome, but it was like hard for me to envision how all of it was going to look together. But she's awesome at that. After I filmed my kiln opening video, I realized that this plate has a slight crack right here, stress crack. And that was probably from when I was putting too much water on for the transfers. So I know some people do this on bisque instead of greenware. So I'd love your opinions on if it's a lot easier to do this on bisque than it is greenware. I usually choose to do it on greenware because I can then, if I mess up, I have the chance of like possibly scraping, sponging it back off, wiping it away. Where I think on bisque it would be more of a permanent situation. Maybe the red could be filled in right here in these sort of triangles. So what shape would that be? That would be like, see if I have a scrap of paper here that I can make into a triangle. It might be sort of a right triangle. Let's cut one of these edges off of this and then see. I'm feeling like the right triangle, but then with a arc. So let's freehand that. Yeah, that can kind of work. Okay. Okay, this is going to be great. All right. Here's our design. So I'm being pretty light with the water at first. So my thought here is I kind of dab each one to kind of stick it in place where I want it. before I go through and really wet it down. Okay. So some of these transfers are new to me. I've found with some of the transfers, some of the tissue almost seems like it needs a little bit more water to let go of the design. And some of them are easier to work with. So I'm not sure what we're going to end up with here. All right, I'm going to try peeling over here and see how this goes. Wish I did more there. Is that just not what it all there? Didn't I get there? We'll see what I can ruin here. Okay. We'll take that one. There's your needle tool when you need one. Okay. Yeah, I like that so far. Blue. Okay. So far, so good. Here goes. All right, so this is it so far. And here is the finished project. It's covered in Kitten's clear glaze. That's a mixed glaze. And it's got a little bit of yellow glaze on the edge, and that's Studio White mixed with a little bit of Canary Yellow stain. I think it looks pretty good. What do you guys think? I almost wish that the blank space here had a little more going on, but I think it's pretty cool. All right. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.